Welcome to the lab, folks. I'm Stu. Today we're going to break down OpenAI's deep research. I've got a practical demonstration lined up that'll show you just how versatile and powerful this tool is beyond research. But before we dive into that, here's why it is so different from its competitors. And a lot of people have asked me, well, how does it compare to Gemini's deep search or Perplexity Pro's reasoning search? And let me tell you, this model hits different. It has a level of intelligence I have never interacted with before. And it provides me reports that are extremely strategic and valuable and come out anywhere between 8 and 20,000 words, 8,000 and 20,000 words. The reason it is so much better than the competitors is the model behind it, the O3, is an unreleased version. The only way you can access it is through the $200 a month Pro plan using deep research. And this model is phenomenal. And there's a clue here on a tangent that OpenAI are not going to be really focusing on releasing just raw models anymore. They're going to attach it to use cases, which means ChatGPT could become a very powerful tool. I've said for a long time that that's the product they're going to try and dominate the AI world with. And it seems that that is still happening. Anyway, I digress. Let's come back to deep research and let's go dive in and see just how powerful this O3 model is and why I think, at least for me, it is well worth the $200 a month. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, $200 a month. Look, there's probably alternatives that are cheaper, but I like accessing the latest in intelligence. So let's go do a demonstration. I'm going to record all this in a document, and I'm going to link that down below in the description or comments so you can access this document for free. And we're going to start a little differently. Now, you can go to deep research here. So I'm queued up. You just click. So we're in ChatGPT now. I've got it set to O3 Mini. It doesn't matter which one, because once you hit deep research, it activates the hidden O3 model. And what most people are doing is just saying, research this topic for me and giving it a bit of a brief. But that doesn't get the really good stuff out. You want to give it a very structured, what I call a research brief. So here's what I do. I start in a different model, not ChatGPT or any OpenAI models. I like to have a different sort of model do this. So I'm in AI Studio. I'm using Gemini 2.0 Experimental 205. That's just the date they released it, 5th of February. Cool model. And here's my prompt, which I have recorded over here. You'll see here's my initial prompt for creating the research brief. So step one is to create a research brief. Please create a research brief for my research assistant that instructs him to analyze consumer sentiment, emerging pain points, rising demand patterns across forums, reviews, and industry reports. We are looking for untapped market gaps. Cool stuff we can do here. First mover opportunities for non-technical entrepreneurs and small, medium business owners. That's my tribe. Looking at upcoming shifts in the market and how to position now. So already very valuable. And the niche we're going to look at today, high ticket business coaching and consulting, because there is so much nonsense out in the interweb about this topic, all these courses that claim to show you how to sell high ticket. So we're going to break it down, look at the market with a fine-tooth comb, and we're going to make some discoveries and learnings that could potentially help us transform this industry. So the deep research focus, I want emerging coaching consulting trends. What types of business coaching are rising in demand? High ticket offer analysis. What price points and service structures convert best? Competitor positioning breakdown. What unique angles do successful coaches use and where is the market gap? And what are clients complaining about in existing coaching programs? And we want to know how it creates a competitive advantage. We want to refine positioning and pricing to avoid undercharging or underserving. We want to target the most lucrative emerging coaching markets before they get crowded. Emerging. Cool, cool. Very cool. And we want to differentiate by solving pain points that other coaches ignore or overlook. And then I just add, please do not provide timeline requirements. Otherwise, it'll say, please spend 4 to 6 months on this and split your time like this. We don't need any of that. So this gives us our prompt that we're going to run into deep research. So here is our research brief. I'm just going to copy it and paste it in. To identify untapped market gaps, first mover opportunities and emerging trends within the high-ticket business coaching and consulting niche, enabling non-technical entrepreneurs and SMB owners to strategically position themselves for success. That's well beyond research, isn't it? This is research plus what we want to do with the research, all bundled into one output. Incredible stuff. This is how you get the best gold layer from these new tools. So we've got all of this. You can read it. It's in the document. I'm just going to copy the whole thing, and we're going to come back to ChatGPT. So you want to activate deep research, and we're just going to paste in, let me zoom in a fraction, paste in our prompt, remove the verbiage at the top, and we'll come down the bottom and we'll remove any verbiage there. Good luck. No, that's fine. No, we can get rid of this last sentence. So now we have a prompt, which is quite decent, very structured, very intentional. And when we run that, deep research is going to ask a series of questions. Now, if you have a really well-structured brief, it'll still ask questions, which can be annoying. So let's go have a look at the questions it's asking today. Geographic focus. Let's just say global, but prioritize US market. So that's one. Opportunities for solo consultants, boutique firms, or larger. Solo, boutique, etc. Okay. Competitor criteria. Do you prefer coaches, consultants analyzed based on revenue, industry impact, or other metric? Well, I want to make money. Revenue first, but touch on the others because I think they're quite important, especially impact, because many coaches out there are purpose-driven, are very cause-driven, and money isn't necessarily their main focus. But if you're going to pay $200 a month for this, you want to leverage opportunities that can actually make you money. Would you like the structure report with sections, tables, and visuals? Make it a narrative, but well structured and easy to read, please. And time frame. That's a good question and something I didn't put in. That's why these questions can be quite valuable. Should the analysis focus on the next 1 to 3 years or longer? So focus primarily on the next 1 to 3 years, because after that, things get a bit hairy, right? But touch on the longer term trends as well, especially if they have the potential to disrupt and or dominate the market. Right, so now we've asked the questions and we're just going to go and run that. And it takes anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I had one take 2 hours. And sometimes it doesn't trigger. So here it is. Got it. I'll conduct in-depth research on the high-ticket business coaching and consulting market. And it's just repeating back what I said. I'll let you know once the report's ready for review. And it starts the research. And you'll see this move along. And when it's finished, you'll get your report. Sometimes over here, you can also see its thinking process. But OpenAI don't give you the same level of access to their reasoning. They still protect that very carefully. And they just summarize it. Whereas with models like R1, you get to see the reasoning raw, which is fascinating. Again, that's a topic for another day. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this video and I will come back when it has finished and we'll continue and look at what it has given us, which will be quite incredible, hopefully. Fingers crossed. See you in a moment. And we're back. It took 10 minutes, bang on. So let's go take a look at what we got. I'll show you how I review this, and we'll see if it gave us anything valuable. So here it is, research completed in 10 minutes. It has 27 sources, emerging trends in high-ticket business coaching and consulting. Now imagine how valuable this report would be to people in this space. So what we'll do, and I'm not going to read it here. I'm just going to come all the way down, hit the copy button. We're going to copy it over here. So this I'm going to give to you. I'll fix up the formatting. So let's go put that in here, output, and we'll just paste it in. Hopefully it will paste with the right formatting. Their sources often screw up the text. They've had a few formatting bugs. So we'll get rid of the verbiage. We don't need all of this. And here we have emerging trends in high-ticket business coaching and consulting, showing how it's evolving rapidly, and several emerging trends are shaping this industry, especially in the US, with echoes globally. I love the way this model writes. So this is really interesting because it's already telling us that it's found some pretty big insights into the high-ticket coaching market. So hyper-specialization, with millions of people now calling themselves coaches. Wow, let's not read the whole thing. I'll let you read it. I'm just going to tell you, we're just going to do a quick word count, see just how common pain points. Wow, this is, my goodness, a very big report. In conclusion, market outlook, wow, still going. Longer term, fantastic. Look how long this is, my goodness. And we'll go down to the resources and we'll see. Okay, let's do a word count. 16,576 words. That is almost a book. That is a very detailed report. Now, what you can do is this. We're going to come over here. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to show you something that I do to accelerate this, because I would read that if I was in this industry. And if you are, have a read. But what I'm going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to connect that report that we've made. I love how easy and intuitive it is to work. So here is our report. Please see attached the report generated by the research assistant. Please provide a succinct, which means it won't be verbose, it'll be short, summary of the key learnings. We'll just start with that. And then we can now work with this and interrogate the AI and ask questions. Well, what about this? What about that? And it will be able to look at that research and give you answers. So you don't just have to read it. You can give it to an AI and have it broken down. So hyperniche is king and queen. The era of generalist business coach is over. So there's a very interesting insight. If you're a high-ticket coach, don't try and be all things to all people. Kind of obvious in a way. AI is a tool, not a replacement. Hybrid is the gold standard. ROI is non-negotiable. High-ticket clients demand measurable outcomes, and a clear return on investment. Coaches must establish KPIs, track progress, and demonstrate tangible results, and so on. So look, what do we got? Key learning. So hybrid is the gold standard. So blending online convenience, virtual sessions, online resources with periodic in-person experiences, retreats, workshops, delivers maximum impact. Global reach is now expected. Done with you is highly valuable. Community is key. So a lot of this may seem common sense, but you don't see a lot of common sense in the high-ticket coaching industry. Okay, so that was interesting. So that just gave us those. So now we'll say, where are the biggest opportunities? Because that will be covered in this report as well. So here's a breakdown of where the largest opportunities reside. Underserved niches with high growth potential. This is arguably the single biggest opportunity. While large corporations have access to AI consultants, Small, medium businesses are largely left to figure it out themselves. A coach, rather than a consultant, who can specifically guide non-technical owners through the practical steps of integrating AI tools for things like marketing automation, customer service, and data analysis, is positioned for massive demand. So it's linking a service to that coaching, not just telling them what to do, but actually helping guide them into where they can see opportunity and so on. Here's a very interesting one, and I have talked to somebody else about this because this is a huge underserved market right now. Coaching for neurodivergent professionals, and they are everywhere. There's so much neurodivergency. All the best people in my life are neurodivergent. Addressing emerging needs driven by market shifts. So this, if you're looking at high-ticket coaching, you could then say, here's my high-ticket offer. Please analyze it against this report. So let's talk about how we might do that. So you could go now to that AI that you've given it the report, and you could say, here is my high-ticket offer, and just paste your high-ticket offer. And then you might ask, could you please look for issues in my offer, how to harness it to the emerging trends identified in the report, and what I should do to adjust my offer to take advantage of all this. AI can give us a strategic advantage. And what I'm trying to show you here is how to use it strategically. So we're not just using deep research to learn about our market and to research and understand it. We also had it leverage that understanding into how it is going to impact the market and what we can actually do, where the specific opportunities are. So that report, the prompt, and the initial starter to get the research brief, it's all in one document. It's all available to you for free, and I'm dropping it down below. Hope you found this little deep dive into deep research interesting, and I'll be back soon with some more fun ways to use AI strategically to move ourselves forward and to gain that strategic edge, look around corners, and gaze into the future. Gosh, I love AI. Now's definitely the time to get serious about this stuff. See you in the next one. Stay curious.